This is Abe Friedhanser from Awards Watch, and I'm thrilled to be speaking with Phumi Morare, the director of the film When the Sun Sets, which is on the Oscar shortlist for Best Live Action Short Film. How are you doing today, Phumi?
I'm very well, thank you. And thanks so much for having me.
Certainly. This is a very powerful and intense story. Is it based on a specific real event or just many stories?
Yeah, this is based on specifically an event in my mother's life from the 80s where she saw her brother getting abducted by apartheid police. And she decided to fight to save him because she knew that if she didn't, she might never see him again.
Well, and though it takes place a few decades ago and the official system of apartheid is no longer in place, how much has really changed in South Africa since then?
You know, there's a lot of lingering effects of apartheid still to this day. South Africa has one of the highest inequalities in the world, and so that is a direct product of apartheid because Black people were excluded from the economy for so long. So it is still, we have a long way to go in addressing some of those things. But then at the same time, a lot has also changed and progressed. So my generation has access to opportunities that my parents didn't have access to. And, you know, we can pursue the kinds of careers and go to the kinds of schools that they might not have been able to. So a lot has also progressed.
And based on the reactions you received, have they been different based on where people are from, like whether someone watches it in the US or Europe or somewhere else?
Yeah, there definitely does seem to be a bit of a difference. So I think overall people do resonate with the idea of, you know, love overcoming evil or overcoming oppression. And they resonate with the idea of somebody who wants to fight to protect their family. But something in South Africa specifically that was interesting to me was people, especially in my generation and younger, because we don't have a lot of access to tangible ways to engage with our past, it was a way for them to do that. So people would message me, send me messages saying, "Your film helped me to talk to my mother or my grandmother about their history," and that was really interesting about how South Africans were experiencing it. And then I think in the US and Europe, it's been more about the universal themes that people are resonating with.
That's great. And do you think you see other films like this that are dealing with and reckoning with recent history?
You mean in South Africa specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there have been films that have been grappling with recent history in South Africa. But I wanted to see more of the kind of film that focuses on, you know, the ordinary person and especially ordinary women. There's films that touch on, you know, the activists and the freedom fighters, but I was particularly interested in like what was my family going through during that time, and so that's what I wanted to do through this film.
Well, I think you did an exceptional job of doing that. And thank you so much for making this film and for speaking with me about it today. And I wish you the best of luck in the Oscar race.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. Have a lovely afternoon.
You too.